My beef was just one topic that was on my mind. Funny, not funny, whatever it was, short, long, whatever it was just something that I had an issue with, and I always discussed it. And for example, I did something about, I just thought it was ridiculous. There was a big Eagles-Giants game coming up, and I thought it was absolutely ridiculous that people placed all this money on picking out a score and how impossible it was to really come up with a score, and depending on their offense and defense and the score was so crazy, 21-6 and 15-7, and the numbers, and people were obsessed with it, and in Vegas and New York, everyone's got a score, and I've had it with it, and I'm done with scores. That being said, I think the Giants are going to take the Eagles 21-6. And like that was the end of my beef. One time I did a whole thing on what's the deal with almond butter. So you get a sense of it. So I wanted to sort of bring it back because I feel like I always have something to say. I have an audience now because my 3-year-old and my 1-year-old, not great at being an audience. Great people, amazing humans, but not great at being an audience. So now I have Connor and Lance and all of you guys. So we're going to do this segment called Generally Speaking.
Now, we're actually having a little bit of a communication issue between Connor and I.
Yeah.
It's generally speaking or generally speaking?
It's generally speaking.
Like, as in the word general?
No. Generally speaking. But if you say it fast, like I do,
generally
it's generally
speaking. Okay.
speaking. But I want it as one
so the way
word, capital J, capital R, capital
By
S.
generally speaking.
Generally speaking.
Okay. I was not on board with that. Okay.
Does that work for you?
I actually thought generally speaking.
But then I think people lose sight of the fact that it's
generally speaking. I gotcha. Okay.
Generally speaking.
Okay.
Cool. Or generally, however you want to pronounce it.
I gotcha.
That being said, I said to Lance, I said, what, is there something you want me to discuss today in particular, or do you want me to come up with it? And he's like, well, what's your favorite word? Is it passion? You should do something on passion. I go, well, that's not my favorite word. And he said, well, what's your favorite word? I said, my favorite word is stupid. You're not going to like it. He's like, there's no such thing. What's your favorite word? I was like, all right, my favorite word is court. He said, you're right. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I said it lived up to the billing.
It lived up to the billing. But I am generally known as someone who speaks way more than I read. What?
Darren is saying the play on words was missed on him the way it's spelled.
But if it was spelled generally speaking, you wouldn't get that my name is Jenna. How would you get, it would just be
Jennarly. Generally speaking,
oh,
that's how I saw it.
That's how you saw it, and that's how you saw it.
No, that's how you saw it originally? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Lance.
Okay.
Connor, we'll do that. Thanks, guys. That's what I love about the show, is we are open to feedback.
Darren says we know your word, Jenna. But
what is my word?
Generally speaking. No, like, we'll work it out. Like, we're
fine. Okay.
Like, I'm glad we got to the right thing.
Anyway, my word is court. Court. It's my favorite word.
And
I love it. I love the way it sounds. I love the way I say it. I love the way it makes me feel. A quart of milk. A quart of water.
I was understanding it as court, like in COURT, like you're courting somebody.
No, a quart. It's my favorite word. It's not my favorite word as far as meaning goes. It's my favorite word, like my favorite word. But why do I bring that up? Because this is the spoken word on this show, and we spend so much time filling 4 hours worth of spoken word. But I'll never forget advice that an old agent of mine gave me when writing a script and when writing words for television, which is so important. And the main goal in writing for television is, say as much as you can in as few words as possible. So they basically like you to write a script out for television and then slash out 30% of it. So you want your words to be impactful, and you want your words to have meaning. And instead of saying, getting your point across in 3 sentences, what if you can get the exact same point across in 1 sentence? It's hard on this show where we're in open form of dialogue, where we want to expand things and really take our time and talk about certain things. But the truth is, it's a gift to be able to say a lot with just a few words. It's why I love the great Shakespeare quote, "Brevity is the soul of wit," and I try to, usually when I'm making a point, say less and mean more, but not on this show. No, you are the opposite. You are say more and mean more, and then say a little bit more after that. But it doesn't mean I want to shorten anything. And I love words. I love what they mean. I love how you can play with them. I love poetry. I don't always strike you as the type that embraces and falls in love with words as much as I do. But one day I'll break out one of my old poems I used to write for old flames and my parents and my family members, and at weddings I would do these really great poems, and I'll read something to you. But embrace words when you see them. Don't just gloss over them. They're actually, I'm not a writer, and I'm at this point in my life barely a reader because of how busy I am, and yet I love words more than anything. So generally speaking, my word of the day is
court with a Q.
With a Q.
Because everybody else was hearing it as court with a C.
Court. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We had a great day. That was a lot of fun. She's super talented, Fassie. We'll be back tomorrow. We've got a WSPN segment. We're going to talk some sports. We're going to start previewing the Super Bowl coming up. We might cook a little bit. We got a lot going on. So please come back and join us. And in the meantime, have a super night. Come up with some thumb-sucking ways of not sucking your thumb anymore. And
I'll work on it.
Follow us. I'll follow you on Instagram. You follow me on Instagram. We'll do the same on Twitter, Facebook, and all of it.
Question from Stephen Sophis.
Yeah.
Are we going anywhere today? No, we're not going anywhere today.
We're wrapping it up, and we're going to say goodbye in a second. That was 4 hours, so that was a long time. At this point, I'm going to take Harper to swim class.
Go ahead.
I really want to go.
All right.
Have a good one, guys. Take care.
Tie your daughter's arms behind her back is what Darren.
Thanks,
See you later, dude. Have a good night, guys.